Alrighty. Well, let's get this going, shall we? Alright, I think everything's ready to rock. Ready to rock and roll. Hickory dickory dock. Buck buck. Alright, what's up everyone? Janitor Jake here, and give me a minute to get everything situated and figured out, and I will begin the live stream. Well, I am already going with the live stream right now, but I will begin playing the game here in a minute. I gotta adjust the camera, it looks like. Wow, it looks really weird. Alrighty. Check 1, 2. Alrighty. I think it sounds fine. Alright. Cool. Audio sounds A-okay. Should be weird. Okay. I think we're good to go. It's weird. I'm just looking at some stuff here. I'm going to do one more thing. Throwing down with some firefighter for the Atari VCS period. So come check me out live, period. Yeah, I know, self-promotion, right? As if it actually does anything. Alright, so... Forrest says hi. Hey, Forrest, how's it going? Let's check something here real quick. Looks like everything is good to go, so I am about ready to play good old firefighter. Alright, so without further ado, let's get the show started. So, what's up everyone? Janitor Jake here, and today I am going to be playing good old firefighter for the Atari 2600 or the Atari VCS. Now, this is another IMagic game, and for those that have been following and keeping up with all my playthroughs, even way back over on Twitch, you would know that I was actually a pretty big fan of IMagic, and one of my favorite games that they actually had was Demon Attack. Absolutely loved that game, and so I've kind of been a fan of IMagic video games. There was really only one game that I thought was pretty poo-poo, and I was not a fan of. Pretty sure it was Star Voyager. I mixed that up with Star Voyager and Star Master, but yeah, it was Star Voyager that I was not a fan of. And Forrest is doing good, just chilling. Well, that's always good that you can chill out and hopefully have fun and check out this live stream. Hopefully it's an enjoyable live stream. Now, I've never played this game before. Do not own the box, do not own the manual, so I did have to look the manual up online. And it seems very interesting. There's basically, I think, a warehouse that's on fire. And you control a dude with a fire truck, and you have to rescue a guy. So apparently there's a lot of tricky stuff you have to do. There's a guy running around in a building. You have to spray the fire down, because as the fire gets higher, he'll keep moving higher up into the buildings, and eventually will get consumed by the fire, I guess. So you have to try to spray the fire, and then hop back in your truck, use the ladder, find out which floor he is on, raise the ladder, get him to come on the ladder, and bring him back down. So, I don't know, it seems pretty tricky, but hopefully I'll be able to pull it off. So without further ado, let's pop the puppy in and get going. Alright, and I don't think the difficulty switches are going to be used, which is interesting. In a lot of these newer games, they quit using the difficulty switches. Alright, so here we go. Static screen, no intro or anything like Donkey Kong had. And there are different games. So game number 1 is actually easy. and then it slowly gets harder and harder, which is interesting because game number 9 is pretty much like I don't know how you say it, like a boss rush is the only thing I can think of. Like you do game number 1, you beat it, everything's fine. You move on to game number 2, it gets a little bit harder. Game number 3, a little bit harder. Game number 4, with game number 8 being the hardest. But apparently, if you get to game number 9, you beat this one, and then it goes up to the next one, and you have to beat that. And then there's another floor, you have to beat that. Another floor, and you have to beat that. So it's kind of like I said, almost like a boss rush. Like you do everything, and game number 9 is where the real deal would be at. That's the real full game. So we're going to start off with game number 1, because I have never played this before, and we will get going, shall we? All right. Whoa, that's weird. I don't know how to get on or off this thing. The manual stated that you push forward and push down, and you can run up and down the ladder. And it said push the fire button. I don't think the control is screwed up. I don't know why he's not getting off the ladder. I'm just sitting here running back and forth. I don't think I'm using the wrong controller. Power that off, power it back on. Yeah, it said something about in the manual you have to like run towards the building and then you can start shooting water. Okay. Now he jumped off. Okay, so that's how you do that. I don't know how to like extend anything. So you can run over here and put like these fires out. I love the animation of the dude, like he's like up there running around through the buildings. And in the manual it stated that he'll actually come down if there's no fire. Okay. Alright, apparently I got him. So it took me 1:07 to do that. And Matt says, I could not figure this game out either. Yeah, there's got to be something really tricky with the controls. Okay, I'm going to hit reset. So if you push up and down, he doesn't do anything. But if I go all the way down and hit to the left, he jumps off. Then you run over here and push up. And it looks like you can start putting the fires out. I'm just doing this for safety because I want to get the hang of it. I do like the water effect, though. The water effect is really cool. Like, you can actually see through it. So. Do I have to jump off this thing? Okay. And then run up there. And now I gotta wait for him to show up. Come on, get down here. Look at the animation on him, like it's crazy. He's like waving his hands and yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering. I don't know how to raise the ladder though. Like how are you supposed to raise and lower the ladder? Come on now. Oh, that's right. The fire wasn't completely out yet. Now I gotta come up here and get him. So you can actually hear it. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear the fire. So like right here, you can hear all that. But if you actually put all this fire out, eventually it'll quit making a noise. There. All the fire is out now. Alright, yeah, these controls are pretty doggone wonky. Then Tommy, good old Tommy Tay Tay, changed your name. Well, actually, I'm still used to your Twitch name. Sorry, moved into a new apartment. Yeah, that's no problem. How's the new apartment thing going? Is everything going A-okay over there? Alright, I'm going to try this again. So if you're here and you push up and down, nothing. You have to jump off, spray all this, and then you can come over here, push the button and push up, and then run over here and wait for them. I'm just not sure how you raise and lower the ladder, if you can. Maybe you can't. Maybe that's the only way of raising and lowering the ladder. Alright, so I did that within 24 seconds, so I'm going to go on to game number 2, where it should be getting a little bit more tricky. So we're going to get down, put that fire out, put that fire out, and even the fire animation is done really, really well. Like, all the animations in here were done really well. Nice. Try this again. That was like probably the fastest I've done it. Squirt him in the face with water. Sit there and spray him with it. Come on now. I don't think anything would happen if you were to sit there and spray him now. How are you? How's everything? Yeah, everything's going pretty good. Nothing too bad. Just did a bunch of work on Janitor Jake. Just got a bunch of more stuff for a Janitor Jake video done. Got a brand new American Gaming Geeks video uploaded. So everything's going pretty good over here on YouTube land. Alright, so I'm going to go to game number 3. And we'll give this a shot. And I do love that you don't have to hit the reset button. You can just push the red fire button, and you can get going. And I don't know if it helps to do that, or if it'll help just doing this. It seems like it's faster if you sit there and just like squirt the water. It's weird, he doesn't even look like a fireman, he looks like a cowboy. He doesn't look like a firefighter to me, he looks like a cowboy. I will say that is one thing too that is really cool. With ColecoVision coming out, it almost seems like it really forced the Atari to really up their game when it came to the graphics. Like, I know the graphics were getting pretty good, but it's like as soon as ColecoVision hit and the graphics went crazy, now look at the stuff that they're putting out on Atari. Watching the new stuff soon. Yeah, like I said, I got a new American Gaming Geeks video up. And with Bill and Ted coming up, I really have to knuckle down with some Bill and Ted reviews. So I plan on doing that sometime soon. Alright, so we got game number 4. Now it's getting really down to the nitty-gritty. So do this in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Put that out, put that out. There we go. Nice. Whoops, don't want to do that. Come on now, get up here. And now he's going to dilly-dally back and forth. I do love that they actually have the sound effects to let you know, like, what is going on. Like, you hear, like... And then as soon as you put all the fire out, it's, like, awesome. Get up there. Yeah, I could understand why Matt said he had a hard time trying to figure this game out, just with the controls. They're really wonky and really goofy. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. I do love the design of the fire truck too. Definitely like old school. Old school looking. Alright, game number 5. Here we go. I'm so used to hitting game reset. And I don't know, like, according to the manual, I read the manual online. And as far as I know, there was no it does not utilize the difficulty switches at all. So you can be like on novice or expert, and it's going to be the same game all the time. All right, try this again. And that was one of the issues too with like older games versus newer games, is that with a lot of the older stuff, you really were forced to have to read the manual. Which is kind of why I guess like with a lot of the newer games, I've never been a fan of it. But with a lot of the newer games, like games on the PS4 and stuff, they quit. In most of them, they quit providing manuals and stuff. And I kind of miss that. I miss that idea of having a manual. But what's really interesting too is with the old Atari games and ColecoVision games, you really did have to use the manual to figure out how to play. But once you started getting into like PS2 and stuff, having a manual with the game is really kind of weird because there's no point. Like we were playing through Destroy All Humans, and if you go through and read the manual, it doesn't matter. You don't even need the manual because everything that is said in the manual, they do in the game. Like you go through a tutorial and they do everything verbatim in the manual happens in the actual game. All right, so we're going to go with game number 6. Here we go. It definitely seems like a pretty easy game. Like, I guess I could technically look at this game and be like, it's a game that you can beat. I think. I mean, like right here, then the game ends. And then you start over. It really reminds me a lot of Activision. A lot of the Activision games were very like speedrunning, where they gave you a time limit. You had to go from the beginning to the end and do it as quickly as you can. Like here, I did it in 19 seconds. So I could go again and see if I could do it in less than that. Depending on if he actually gets over here. Yeah, I did it in 18 seconds, so... it definitely reminds me a lot of Activision stuff, but it really does seem pretty simple. It's not really getting any more difficult. Like, I figured by lowering this, it would really make things go crazy, but it's not really seeming to do too much. And I wonder, even though they never mentioned it, I wonder if the difficulty switches would actually play a role. Plus, I thought that once you got rid of the fire, I kind of assumed that maybe it would come back, so you'd always have to keep getting down and putting the fire out, and it would be really complicated. But it's actually a really, really simple, super simple, easy game. So it almost seems like it takes 5 squirts of water to put it out. Alright, I'm going to go to the next one. Game number 8. This is apparently where it's really tricky. 3, 2, 1. And then I just got to sit here and wait for him to run over here. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to move on to the 9th and final one. This is where apparently it progresses and you go like from short building and it gradually gets taller and taller and taller. So I guess here we go in 3, 2, 1. Boss rush now. Boss rush. 3, 2, 1, go. They should have had Donkey Kong sitting up at the top. That would have been a cool little cameo. Now, oh, so it's... Holy cow, okay. So it throws you right in there. I thought you had to push the button to do it. And it's still counting down. So that is kind of cool. Whoops, forgot about that. There we go. So it is kind of cool, like a neat little feature where it just it keeps going, keeps counting down. So hurry up, get over there, put that out. So the gameplay itself is extremely, extremely easy, but it's very, like I said, reminiscent of like Activision with their style of games, where it's more speed running, like how fast can you do it in, which is okay, I guess. It's some people probably like that style of game. I kind of like more of the point-based game rather than the time limit-based games. I like the games more like Yar's Revenge or Demon Attack, where it's like a marathon with the old Atari stuff, and it's like, okay, go, 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 go. How many points can you get? Can you survive long enough? Can you survive long enough to roll the counter over? Stuff like that. But if you want like just a real simple, super, super easy game, this is probably by far the easiest one to do. Definitely the easiest game I've played so far, with the exception of just learning the controls. Learning the controls is definitely the hardest part about the game. And like I mentioned earlier, it's really weird now because I'm starting to get used to seeing games that have more like an intro to it. Like when you start it up, it doesn't just go right straight to the game. It's like you get a little bit of an intro and stuff like that, and music. And this went back more old school, where they're just like, nope, straight into the game itself. Alright, here we go. Put out that fire. Through the fire and the flames. Anyone know what song that is? Or who sang it? Justin Bieber? Yeah, Justin Bieber did Through the Fire and the Flames. There you go. 2 minutes and 54 seconds I did that in. So, like I said, this game would be a good type of a game if it's like, okay, now you did that, write that down. Now, next time, do it again and see if you cannot beat your score. This does feel, I keep saying it, it really does feel like an Activision game. And if they're going to be like that, they should have done that in the manual by saying like what the world record is, like how fast is the fastest. Here's a goal to try to get to. Try to see if you can beat 2 minutes. Like maybe that would be the goal. Beat 2 minutes. It's like, holy cow, that would be tough. To go through all of them and do it within 2 minutes. Crazy. And Forrest said, had to look it up. Good old Dragon Force. Dragon Force with the guitarist Justin Bieber. He played guitar. It wasn't Herman Lee. It was Justin Bieber that did the guitar. All right, I'm actually gonna try. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna try switching the difficulty settings. See if that does anything. I don't think it does. Black and white doesn't do anything either. I'll leave it on black and white. See if that does anything, and I'll try it again. Apparently nothing. It all seems kind of the same. Really simple. Super easy. Alright, I'm gonna try a couple experiments, and I'm just gonna let the flames go. And I'm gonna see like what he does. Because he's gonna keep that's awesome. It like gets louder and louder and louder. I like that. That like the more flames, and then he gets up on the roof. Oh, that's awesome. He's up there like freaking out. Oh, the fires are dying out down at the bottom anyway. Crazy. Like I said, I really love the animation with ColecoVision coming out. It's like even though this was an IMagic game, it was like they were like, okay, we really need to up the ante with the graphics. Okay. So you don't even like need to play. You can just let the fire run out on its own. This is by far probably the easiest game I've ever played in my life. This game I think is even easier than Where's Waldo on the Nintendo Entertainment System. That's hilarious. It's like you just let the fire go and go and go, and he gets way up on the roof, and eventually the fire piddles out. Like I said, the graphics in here are done really, really well. Just the flame effects, and then like the character freaking out, his head's moving, he's waving his arms. While all that's going on, you can run around all willy-nilly. Shooting like this water, which has a really cool water effect to it that you can actually like see through it, which I think is really awesome. It's almost like they put so much graphics in here, they had to really dumb down the gameplay. Crazy. I don't know if I go to game 8, I'm assuming it kind of does the same thing. If you just let the fire get out of hand. It would have been awesome, like, if the fire would have got on the roof and eventually consumed him. Like, it would have been dark. That would have been dark to see in an Atari game. Actually, fire eating the dude alive. And then you would have lost. But it's like, look at this. You don't have to do anything. Like I said, the big issue with the game was just getting used to the controls. The manual said that there was a victory tune too, and it gave the name. I thought the manual actually gave the name of the song, but I can't remember. I didn't realize how dark that was too. Is it really that dark on YouTube? I'm going to try to adjust the color palette, not the color palette, but the brightness. I didn't realize how dark that was looking. I guess it's not. I guess it's not that dark. It's the way my monitor is from the angle that I'm at. I don't know. There's not much to say about this game other than, like I said, this thing is super duper easy. You don't get any points for getting rid of the fire. You get nothing. It's just like super speedrunning stuff. So now most of it's going to be either trying to break my record of speedrunning. Whoa! It looked like he fell. Or doing that, finding like weird, goofy little glitches. Alright, I'm going to try going to game number 1. And I'm going to see how fast I can do this in. See if I can break a record or whatever. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, that was 21 seconds. I'll try it again. Whoops. Well, that's weird. Alright. Whoops. Hey, I can cartridge tilt again. Try it again. 3, 2, 1, go. I hate that he runs all that way over there. Actually, maybe that's a thing. Leave the fire over there. So he knocks that off, so he quits going over that way. Oh, is he just screwing around because all that fire is down? So he'll just keep going up then. Okay, I was thinking he would stay down there, but apparently not. So I guess 21 is my record. You don't even, like, have to beat. Oh, wow, maybe I did it quick enough that he'll get over here. 16 seconds. I wonder if I can do it in 15 seconds. Come on now, you big idiot. Quit screwing around over there. It's like it's really random now. So I guess 16 seconds. I wonder if there's a way of triggering him to not go over that way. Because it seems like the main fastest time is 21 seconds. But, so far, I think the fastest I got was 16. But I don't know why he keeps like running over that way. And that's why I was saying, I wonder if there's a weird trick of preventing him from going all the way over to the left. Whoops. Come on over here. And it looks like you don't, like, I thought you had to hit the fire like 5 times. So I'm like, squirt, 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 shooting the water like 5 times. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I don't think you have to. I think you just go like this and go like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go. Okay, well, that time it didn't do it. It seems like you might have to at least hit each flame like 3 times. See, even if I pull the ladder up, he's over there screwing around in between the windows. It's like you gotta get lucky. And it'll be 21 seconds again. Alright, well, apparently 21 seconds, unless you get lucky and pull off like what I did, which was 16 seconds. Try game number 2. And if you do it right, it should just be 21 seconds for every single one then. It doesn't matter. So if that's the case, 21 seconds, how many game... Okay, so 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's 8 times 21? 168? So 168 seconds, however minutes that is. So let me see here. I don't know, we'll try to boss rush this thing. It's like if he could see the ladder. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll... Well, no, he'll probably still do it at 21. So it should be almost 3 minutes, huh? Okay. But when he's in there screwing around like that, it's like, get over here. Even his body moving up and down is really cool. Like you can see him kind of walking. That's crazy. It's not like just his head moving and just his arms. Like you actually see his body like bobbing up and down, which is crazy. I know one thing that would really make this game a challenge. Use a ColecoVision controller. There you go. Really, really make this game tough. Alright, there we go. Hurry up, figure it out. I don't even know which one I'm on yet. Like, which wave I'm at. Should be almost done, right? Is this the final one? This should be the final wave. Maybe there's one more after this. And Forrest says, oh yeah, I noticed that. That's pretty cool. The body bobbing up and down. Yeah, like I said, the animation was done really well. I think IMagic did a great job utilizing the Atari's hardware. Well, there you go. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. I don't think you can get any faster than that. Unless, like I said, you get somehow lucky and you manage to do it instead of 21 seconds, 16 seconds. So, otherwise, there's not much to say about the game. Definitely, like I keep saying, the easiest game up to this point. Never played a game this easy before in my life, even. Like, nothing growing up on the NES, or, I mean, especially the NES. Nothing has been this simple. I think the easiest game I played before this would have been Where's Waldo on the Nintendo Entertainment System. But, I don't know. I like Activision games, but like I said, it's kind of like two different style of games. And this wasn't Activision, this is iMagic, but like, a lot of the games like Yar's Revenge and, whatever, Defender and stuff like that, Asteroids, Space Invaders, they were all point-based. You started off with an easy level, and then you shoot things, you rack up points, and then you move on to the next wave. That's why I like games. Well, Pac-Man, the controls were a pain, but I love games where they have waves. That's why Demon Attack was like one of my favorite games, because you have like the first wave. You kill stuff, you get points, and then the next wave, and the next wave. So you want to max out your points per wave. That's why Yar's Revenge is actually... That game might be my favorite one for the Atari. With the exception of any of the adventure games. But like that one, you have the first wave. You max out your points, you do this, you do that. Bam, you get done, you go to the next wave. Whereas Activision was more like, here's stage one, you have a time limit. Get through it as quickly as you can. And then try it again, and try it again, and try to break the record. And then when you do that, move on to game two. So it's a completely different style of game, which is okay, but me personally, I like the point-based games. And Matt says this game wasn't very good. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was thinking that this game might actually be a beatable game. Because, like, it does have a beginning, and it has an end. And the dogs are going to go crazy now, because someone probably pulled in. So, yeah, like, you actually have a beginning. You go, you save the dude, then you're done. But you can restart the game by pushing the button. I wonder if it does anything for this one. Probably not. It probably just does the same old stuff. But yeah, definitely really, really super simple. The gameplay actually seemed fun. I was like, wow, okay, this seems kind of cool. And then I was like, wow, it's pretty easy. I bet you it's going to get hard, right? No, it just stayed the same. And therefore it got pretty boring, just being that simple and that easy. Really takes a while for the flames to die out in here. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe they made it so simple and easy because they knew they screwed the controls. They were messing with the controls so much. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know what they could have added to make it better. I mean, having the flames go up and actually consume the dude, where it forces you to really have to get over here and put the fire out. They could have made it difficult, a lot more difficult, where you put the fire out Come over here. Okay, hurry up, get the ladder. Oh, no, shoot, there's a fire. You got to put it out again. The fire's coming back. Okay, hurry up. Oh, man, now this fire's... Okay, hurry up, hurry up. Go, 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 go. Get on the ladder. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry. Go, go, go. Okay, phew, good. I finally got them. But they did not do any of that. They just made it, like, super, super simple. And maybe that's why they added this, like, marathon run to this section. Like I said, definitely a really, really simple game. Easiest game that I've ever played. Definitely a beatable game for the American Gaming Geeks, I'll tell you that. So, I guess with that being said, I think I'm going to call the live stream. So, Matt, thanks for watching, hitting up the chat. Forrest, thanks for watching, hitting up the chat. Tom, thanks for stopping by and hitting up the chat for a little bit. Next time will actually be another classic Atari 2600 game, or just another classic game in general. And next up is going to be Frogger for the Atari 2600. So I have not yet played Frogger, and I actually have that complete in the box. And so we got 2 Atari games in a row. We have this one, and then Frogger will be next, which is by another third-party company, which is Parker Brothers. I don't think I've played a Parker Brothers game up to this point, have I? I don't think so. I think that is the first example of a Parker Brothers game that I own. I think that would be the first one. So we got Frogger coming up, and then after Frogger... So first was this game, Firefighter, and then Frogger, and then after that we got 2 ColecoVision games coming up. Ladybug, it's that Mouse and Mousetrap. Ladybug and Mousetrap, so pretty excited to check those out, because so far I'm really loving the ColecoVision, with the exception of the controller. Trying to control Mario and Donkey Kong, trying to play Donkey Kong on the ColecoVision with that controller was absolute trash, and I was not a fan of that. So anyway, Frogger hopefully will be a super fun and enjoyable game, and hopefully the graphics are done really well too. We'll see how Parker Brothers was able to handle putting a game on the Atari 2600. So anyways, like I said, I think I'm going to skedaddle. So Matt, thanks for watching. Forrest, thanks for watching. Tom, thanks for watching, and whoever else. But I think I'm going to take off. So whatever. I'm Janitor Jake, and I will see you guys next time.